Greetings, savages from around the globe. It is I, Corp Bro, here, back with another Creme de la Corp. We took a couple weeks off. We had stuff to do. It happens, all right? But I'm back, and I've got a little Hibiki Harmony. You guys should try it. Japanese whiskey. Delicious. All right, so this is where I read 5 posts from the war room that I have never seen before, and I offer my feedback, thoughts, criticisms, and or compliments on said posts. And so let's just dive into the first one. The first one is called, let me scroll to it, was just offered an account executive position at my company. Help me decide what to do. Hey there, so I've been an SDR with my company for 4 months now. I work at a very small org that has a platform for digital marketers. Yikes. Blah, 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 some stuff about it. I would really like to work the SDR capacity at least through the end of the year and then go from there. Would it be prudent to ask them for a roadmap to becoming an AE over the next 6 months so I can get a little more comfortable with the platform? I'm just afraid they won't ask me again if I say not at the moment. Okay, look. The hardest jump in sales to make is from the SDR, BDR, XDR, whatever DR role into an AE. So you take that. You take that shit and you run. And if you're scared, that's okay. Because everyone's a little scared. Nobody knows exactly how it's going to work. And it's, closing business, it's, you can't fake it, right? You can't just develop a rapport, like, a nice relationship with your rep and have them hook you up with ops. It doesn't work like that. But you'll be fine. Trust me, it is not rocket science to do what you do at the next level. In fact, the hardest part of being a good rep is all the things you do as an SDR. And so I say you take it, you learn. There is a ramping period for most companies. They're not just going to throw you in and say, hey, close something tomorrow. They're going to give you a period of time where you get to learn and hone your skills. So yes, take the role. Don't delay it. There are so many. There are thousands of SDRs out there that want to make that jump, that are begging for this opportunity. So I say take it and run. All right, the next one is called, would you hire a salesperson outside of software for an AE role at a software company? Yes. I don't even need to read the rest of this. Absolutely, I would. I don't understand why people are so averse to hiring someone outside of software sales. If they know how to sell, they know how to sell. They've got that, they've got sales in their blood, right? You can't teach that shit. But you can teach someone industry knowledge. You can teach them a product. You can teach them a sales cycle. It's not that different. It really isn't that different, in my opinion. Yeah, the sales cycles are different. Yeah, the product sets are different. Yeah, the ICP might be different. Who gives a shit? That can all be learned, all right? If someone's got that sales DNA, hire them. DGAF. I'm serious. Don't care. Stalking your teammates' numbers is the name of this post. I thought it meant phone numbers, but apparently it doesn't. I recently built out a report where I can see only my monthly numbers to quota. Let me tell you guys, it's life-changing. I realized half my sadness and anxiety was coming from looking at what everyone else was doing. Listen, I'm as competitive as they come, and I love winning, but at the end of the day, I can only control myself and my number and no one else's. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, that is exactly right. And I cannot stand the sales orgs that just parade the TVs with leaderboards around. I can't stand it. That shit fucked me up. It hurt, all right? Did it make me want to be at the top? Yeah, I wanted to be at the top, but did it make me work harder? No, it didn't. In fact, it made me just feel more and more depressed. I knew I wasn't at my number. I didn't need everybody else to see that I wasn't at my number. I knew management knew I wasn't at my number at times, so it just kind of compounded the issue. All you can control is yourself. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing, okay? You're going to be fine. And if I stumble over myself one more time, yes, what your teammates do doesn't matter. Only what you do matters. Control what you can control. Cut out the bullshit. The best sales reps worry about themselves and nothing and no one else, period. So this person made a dashboard that took away all their teammates and or competitors, depending on how you want to look at it. And their life was a lot better. Shocked? 0%. 0% shocked. And so we've got the last but not least, or is it not the last but least? I actually don't know. Am I missing one? I only see 4. Ben? Am I missing something here? Oh no, I found it. We're good. It's called Realizing the Customer is the Problem. I'm curious to see how people respond to this. I had an inbound lead come in for a relatively transactional service. He came to us and spoke to me about how bad our competitors were in a variety of ways. As the sales process continued, I started to think that he was the problem and it wasn't our competitors who dropped the ball. How does your org handle these situations? Do you sign up the potential problem customer churn risk? Should the AE team put the AM team in a losing scenario like that? Do you outright tell the prospect you don't want to do business with him? It's hard not to close business, fam. I'm gonna tell you that. Here's what the top post. Here's what the top comment says. It sounds like you're in a transactional biz with quick sales cycle, which tells me you should close this shit all day, every day. Figure out what he needs to succeed and make sure your AM is on board with that plan of attack. The other piece is understanding what the break-even point is for the business. Blah, 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 blah. If you can hit that break-even point without too much additional work and resources, then close it all day. Yes. I'm only firing a client if they're legitimately rude. If they're assholes to my team, if they are an absolute nightmare to work with, ooh, it's got to be real bad. I've only fired one client in my life. God damn, did that feel good, though. But generally speaking, you can work through it. You just got to set expectations early for everyone involved. Client, your internal team, and things tend to work out. But there are those rare, special kind of people that have a lovely condo in hell reserved for them. And the final one here coming up, we've got the AMA. The SVP of Product from Justworks came in to the war room, did a little AMA, which means ask me anything. And, it was pretty tight. A lot of good information. The myth of the roadmap was dispelled. Spoiler alert, there is no roadmap. We all knew that, though. But Camilla, she runs product at Justworks, pretty dope company. Your boy spoke there at SKO one time, whatever, something I do. And yeah, if you sell to product people, this is where you got to go. I'll answer one of the questions. One of the questions that was asked is, what is the one thing you want sales reps to ask that we often miss as sales reps? And Camilla said she'll go back to something she wrote somewhere else because I think similar culture and values is important for huge vendor investments. So I'd want someone to suss this out. The quote is, what can I tell you about our company or our values that might help show you how we're aligned or a good fit to work together? I often don't think about culture and values when I'm selling a product. I think about problems and solutions and ROI, that magical thing that marketing tries to say they bring to the table. ROI. So I'm going to read it one more time. What can I tell you about our company or our values that might help to show how we're aligned or a good fit to work together? I don't like the way that sentence was written at all, but you get the point. There are some other factors that go into whether or not a vendor will be brought on board to a company, and it turns out that culture and values does matter. So that actually just blew my mind. Thought it was just about the money. Okay, so that's it, fam. That is today's edition of Creme de la Corp. As you can tell, I'm a little rusty. We'll get there, though. We always do. And, as always, keep posting dope shit in the war room, and you might get featured here. And we've got some really cool shit coming up here in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. And remember, sales are dope. Never, ever stop selling. Peace.